Last year, I left my VC job where I was making over $200,000 in base comp a year to start and lead a tech company as the CEO. Now I'm here in the Boston area still, 5 years removed from receiving my aerospace engineering degree from MIT, building in an office that's just a 5-minute walk away from campus. Today, we're gonna do Talvy Lunch Spin.
No one rigged this spin.
Talvy can spotlight you on things like a 5-story Times Square billboard.
I was the first hire here at Talvy, followed by Yaateh here.
It's already dark here.
Chill.
I've always been an extremely ambitious person, but all of my lofty goals had to take a big back seat when I got sick 4 years ago. I had to shift my mindset from becoming as successful as I humanly can be to just getting physically and mentally healthy again and spending quality time with my loved ones. Now with $2 million and my best friends building with me every single day by my side, I'm just excited now to touch as many lives as possible through our company, Talvy. Make sure to stick around to the end of the video to see how Talvy can spotlight you on things like a 5-story Times Square billboard. As you can tell, it's really cold here in New England. We just had a really big storm across all the Northeast. It actually turned into a blizzard and a nor'easter. And when that happens, they make these really big snow banks on the side because the snow has to go somewhere, and they're doing their best to clear off the sidewalks. And yes, before you ask, everything that we do on a daily basis could technically be remote. All the meetings, all the code, everything like that. We just work on our laptop. But there's something about whiteboarding in person, being next to someone, watching them code and solve a problem with them, and just going to lunch every single day together, whether we're bringing in food or we're going to a restaurant together like we are today. As you can imagine, at an early stage startup, you have to wear a lot of hats. And as CEO, I have to wear all of them, sometimes all within the same day. What we're really just focused on is just making sure the product functions and works well. We're handing it out to trusted people within our networks, all before we hard launch. And by the time you watch this video, we are already hard launched. But the weeks leading up, I'm mostly a software engineer, someone working on product, while also working a lot on the go-to-market and planning how this launch is even going to be. The cool thing about peeling back the curtain like this as CEO is that I have full discretion on what I'm sharing and talking about. Of course, I'm going to be cognizant of the company IP, and I'm going to be really protective of any user data. But I want to be as raw and authentic on this channel with how I'm feeling, the things that we're going through, the ways that we're trying to really help people. And honestly, it's really great looking back at these videos because no day is the same. And I like looking back on really cool days. Speaking of wearing multiple hats, right now I'm actually checking out a couple of LinkedIn posts that are set to go live and tweets that are sent over from my content team. The process is actually pretty cool. Every week they sit with me and they ask me a bunch of really deep questions about how I'm feeling, different things that I'm working on. It's all around the persona that I'm trying to give with building Talvy. And they'll cook. They're really great story writers. And so they'll draft up posts for me, figure out how to kind of represent everything that I'm trying to say in one cohesive post. And then those go live. The one that I'm looking at right now is probably live before you even watch this video. So check out my LinkedIn if you want to read them. I think they're pretty cool. Actually, as I'm talking about this, the guys that are helping me, you might actually recognize from a previous video, they helped me out with these social posts. Since we're all building out of this incubator space, I can just walk over and talk to them. So Mike, Eli, how's it going?
Oh, what's up, KJ? Yeah, it's going pretty well. We are
The Tomoji team here, we're doing KJ's Twitter and LinkedIn. We have just been sitting down with KJ every week, getting to know him on a pretty personal level, a lot of details on his story, background, helping them up with their launch video as well. And we're super excited to see how that comes out.
So we just had to quickly jump into a huddle room to go over some edge cases that were popping up in our minds, but that was productive. Now I'm really hungry, so let's go have some lunch. All right, so it's lunchtime, and today we're gonna do our first ever Talvy Lunch Spin, which you'll see what that is right now, but Yaateh wants to do the honors today. So let's walk over, yeah. So Yaateh, explain what we got going on over here.
All right, so we've got it's like 4 options here. We've got Ase tuna, which is like a Mediterranean spot, very good. Desfina, which is Greek, always hits. Orale is like a Mexican cafe, and Shy Bird, just like American, but peri-peri chicken, essentially.
Anything you're hoping for?
I would go with the Shy Bird, but honestly, they're all good. So
Yeah, Noel's here. All right, we'll spin it.
let's do it.
Hey, cafe.
No one rigged this spin. I was definitely not KJ.
First take. So right now we're walking to lunch. Yoeal, how you feeling? A couple of weeks before launch, we're soft launching the next couple of days.
I'm super excited. I mean, we're gonna see kind of what happens when we launch. You don't really know whether or not the product is something that people want until you actually give it to them. So I'm really excited to get it in people's hands, have them play around with it, give us feedback, and we'll kind of reevaluate where we're at from there.
Yeah, and right now we're going to lunch, and I know people saw that we spun the wheel, but can you speak a little to that tradition, Wednesdays?
Yeah, I mean, Wednesdays is our lunch day. We take the whole team out to lunch on the company. We use it as time to kind of reconnect, bond, and then also, talk about whatever's on our minds. So
Yeah,
it's well worth it.
On the other days, we also love having lunch together anyway, whether like some people are just picking up food or some people brought food from home. And then Wednesdays is just our more formal sit down because we can't really be doing that every day. So Sebastian, as we are waiting for our food, you have experience at both large companies and then another startup that didn't go so well. What's different about working at Talvy?
So I think what's really unique about being this early on, so I was the first hire here at Talvy, followed by Yaateh here. And I think the biggest difference is really putting the people first. And that's like incredibly important, especially this early on where, we're working many hours with one another. We have to, get along and work in unison. And that makes it really easy when you genuinely care about those around you and you know that they reciprocate those feelings. And it makes the very long hours, the stressful times a lot more manageable. And I think that really has helped in us kind of rolling out this product and, kind of putting all the finishing touches and working, with people on the different time zones, facilitating work with other vendors and everything like that.
So for you, Yaateh, like what are you just most looking forward to?
So I think what I'm looking forward to the most is probably along the lines of like what we talked about when I was considering joining the company. So I'd consider myself a student of like ML system design, ML systems, recommender systems. And I'm really excited to build a product from scratch, get all of the learnings that go into that type of software system design, and then be able to like kind of evolve it to the next step of like building a recommender system. So, going from product to product analytics and growth, which is like, more my domain where I spent time at Instagram, and then going from those insights to building recommender systems or agentic systems with the new tooling and all that kind of comes behind it with Cloud Code and all of that. It's extremely exciting. And it also has kind of given me an opportunity to like put into practice a lot of like the more kind of hodgepodge and like theoretical things that I like have picked up along the way. So it's really nice to be able to apply learnings to a problem. And that's like what I'm excited about the most.
I go back and forth. See, we're at the point where it's already dark here. It's like 6:50. Okay, so we just walked out of the office. It's mild 30 degrees. And today, just leading up to launch, I had to work on things like the actual code. And so I feel like I was like 3-4 hours just coding. And then there was go-to-market stuff for another 3-4 hours. And then kind of actually just working on the launch video stuff and making sure that went over the line. Because as I mentioned earlier, we had a shoot, but there were some shots that were just missing, and coding on the fly, the different demos that are going to be presented on the actual like launch video scene. Like, just so many things going on, but it's all really exciting. And so speaking of launch, something that we're trying to do is feature everyday people with extraordinary stories in a Times Square billboard that we've commissioned that we're going to pay for. It's 5 stories tall, and every month we want to feature hundreds of people to hopefully give them a better chance at finding new opportunities, and also just do something really cool for the people in our networks, the people in their networks, and just really get their stories out there. So if you want to get featured in a Talvy Times Square billboard, just create a Talvy profile and we look through all of them. And if you meet the spotlight criteria, then you'll be spotlighted. Simple as that. We'll never try to charge you. We'll never try to get a subscription going. This is something that we just want to do to showcase great stories. But for now, it's getting too cold, so I'm gonna end the vlog right there. Say goodbye to the vlog. As always, stay positive, and I'll see you in the next one.